What we know is education is going to get more online, more the whole rest of your life, more affordable. It's going to have to get more comprehensive, and it's going to have to teach in more languages and more modalities. By 2022, 25% of all students in school, in college, English will have been their second language. Doesn't mean they don't understand it or can't master it.
It's their second language, right?
Their second language. We're a country of immigrants. And so, if real estate's going to continue to cost the ridiculous amounts it's going to cost, and loans are going to be something that saddle you or burden you for the rest of your life, we're going to need a lower cost, more scalable, more relevant, more distributed, on demand. The things that Chegg is trying to do in supporting students, we're not trying to build the curriculum. We're trying to support it. So what you're seeing now is new companies growing up that are trying to take advantage of corporate money instead of government money by teaching continuing education. Right. So you see online schools going to graduate schools or masters. Now you're beginning to see schools like UMass or Southern New Hampshire University or ASU put all their undergrad online. So when you think about what is going to change, who's a student is going to change, how much they're willing to pay, what that education has to be about.
What should it be? What should the cost of a college degree, an undergraduate degree, be today?
Well, the thing is, it has to be much lower than the ROI, and it is
much lower than the ROI. Got it.
Right. In other words,
some percentage of
the cost of it only equates to what the return for it would be.
Okay.
So you would pay more if the return was going to be greater.
Right.
The challenge is the return is not greater, and why? Because we're in one of those massive changes right now. Where jobs are being eliminated. We're looking at Lyft and Uber. I see you opine on them. So you take those companies. The only way for those companies to be profitable is to do what? Eliminate the driver.
Yeah, they could raise fares $1, and I think they would lose maybe 10% of the customers, 5%.
But they lose. Well, right now they're competing with each other.
Yeah, so no, that war's got to stop.
Right. So
the subsidies have to stop.
Right. But you're talking about antitrust stuff right now.
Self-driving will be here in 10 years. Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know that I'd ever want to be in one of those myself and all those kinds of things. And there's all sorts of problems with it. But the point is, Lyft's losing $925 million a year. It's paying 20 cents a drive to AWS. Right. And can't make money unless the driver gets eliminated. Every retail store, Starbucks, they're all going to try to eliminate human help. That's disastrous for the 50% of the students that never go beyond high school or the 43% of students that go to college that don't get a degree. So we're in one of those stages now where we really have to be aware of the fact that the last thing you can do is give somebody an education that they can't use and saddle them with debt they're never going to pay. We're destroying the future of this country.
We're getting rid of 30 million. There are 30 million people working in driving scenarios, truck driving, livery,
truck
whatever.
driving, taxis.
Everything, and retail. Those 30 million jobs, let's just say half of them are at risk in the next decade or two.
Yes, easily.
Because ordering from a kiosk is probably what people would rather do.
Well, I don't know if it's rather do. I will say this. Going through an airport, they've eliminated as many people as they can now where you have to buy everything and you have to self-do this. And I hate it. But the point is, for them, it's a way for them to make more money. So we're eliminating a whole strata of jobs that used to be allowed somebody to join the middle class.
Yeah, they were the safety net, the bridge.
Well, they were. There was nothing wrong with those kinds of jobs.
We all had them.
But some people want them for the rest of their life too because they have other ambitions or other needs, or they live in communities where those are great jobs. There's nothing wrong with the job, but they're not going to be here. And so I think the face of education is going to be a group effort between the student, a new version of institutions, and corporations.
I think corporations are going to get involved.
Well, they've been trying to. You look at the
Coursera, edX.
Well, those aren't corporations getting involved.
But I think they're doing some courses in collaboration. Like
Udacity.
Udacity did some stuff with Google. I don't know how that went, but they were kind of doing like Google's
they did
niche
self-driving
content
cars
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Look, that's one version of it. I don't know that I pretend that I can sit here and tell you exactly what it's going to look like. But what I do know is this. It's going to have to be more affordable and more available, which means we're going to have to realize that people have children or they have jobs or they have both. And there's no reason we can't start bringing the education to them. And institutions that are balancing themselves between on-premise, online, and continuing education and are finding new revenue streams to be able to make these more affordable, those are the ones that are going to win.